Hello, hello, hello. Oh my god, my hair. How is it going, guys? Happy Thursday. I'm feeling way better compared to last time I was on stream. Both, I think I was already ill when I was doing my stream last week, and then I was still ill when I was co-hosting on Steve's stream on Tuesday. And now I feel way better. I took one day off sick from work, and then it helped like massively. How are you guys doing? I've got a little tea with me. It is lemon and ginger, I think. What does it say? It's Fortnum and Mason ginger and Sicilian lemon. There you go. I don't think you can see that. It's tiny. And I'm going to be outlining tonight. I think I've got video footage that I could be editing, but I think I'm going to keep that for tomorrow because I'd like to post it on Sunday anyway, so I've got some time. And I really want to do some more outlining for Project Alien, which I've been talking about recently. I didn't do much last week because I was ill and I was so motivated, and yet I could not have the brain. I did not have the brain for it. Like I was trying to problem solve things that my brain capacity was never going to solve. It was just not going to happen. And now that I feel better, I'm like, okay, now we're good. Now we're ready. We could do this. I really want to problem solve it. I've got a couple of things that I'm working on it, and I'm sort of going in between the outline and the world building, and I'm trying to complete the world building stuff at the same time. So the outline is taking me a lot longer because I'm sort of doing a mixture of outlining and world building. It doesn't require a ton of world building compared to Space Princess, for instance, which I wanted to be proper futuristic type of sci-fi where the world has completely evolved and there's been planet colonization left and right, and there's a whole new empire and everything that was more like fantasy almost, that required proper world building. This one is called Project Alien because it's inspired by the Alien movies, and what I do like about the Alien movies is that you still very much recognize that these are people from Earth. I'm calling mine Earth 2 because let's be honest, is Earth gonna last that long in the future? So let's say they've got a secondary planet called Earth too, and that's where they all hail from. But that's why it doesn't require as much world building, and so that's why I'm doing it at the same time as outlining, because I can allow myself to do that. I don't have to do the prep work before I outline, but that means I do a lot more back and forth between the two. Anyway, that's me blabbering for fucking ages about Project Alien. Let me say hi to everyone in the chat. We've got Stieg, hello, which amazing. Stieg says he's written 607 words today. A big round of applause. And my plan was only 300, and what's worse, I want to write more. What do you mean what's worse? I think this is starting to get a momentum. You're getting there. Hi, Becca. How are you? Hello, Susan. How you doing? Hi, Bombastus. How are you? Katie's there. Hello. You do it so flawlessly, though. Thank you. Wendy's here. Hello. Yeah, I'm so glad you feel better. Thank you. Love Fortnum and Mason. Yeah, these were a gift at Christmas or at my birthday, one of the two, by my mother-in-law. She knows I like luxurious items and luxurious brands when it comes to food and things like that. So she bought me those. It's a beautiful box as well. Maybe I should bring it up after this print. Susan says I wrote about 1,000 words this morning. Amazing. So working on day job things this afternoon. Nice. Yes, I am outlining the Alien project. Obsessed with her. Yeah. So am I still at the moment. It's very much still in my head. Gonna be a 50-50 romance and plot type of book. But the one thing I still haven't decided, because I very much want to have a more clear main character this time around. Like when I wrote Space Princess Project, I needed a dual POV. I knew my two main characters were going to have equal weight. Here, I very much have one main character, and the love interest is not like as on equal grounds with her. And so, like, do I make it like a dual POV? I don't really want to. It's quite hard to do. But also, I know that like romance readers love it when you have the male POV as well. I'm talking about I'm talking about heterosexual romances because these are the ones I read the most. So this is what I know. But I'm assuming any romance readers loved a dual POV, or if you have multiple partners, a multiple POV. I just find it harder. It also means a lot more in terms of the word count. And I don't really want to have to think about an entire new beat sheet for Axel, the male love interest. So yeah, I'm a little bit lost about this. I also did consider, I've seen some romance books do this, where you have a first person POV for the female character maybe, and then the guy gets like a third person POV every now and then, or you have a dual POV but they're not equal, like in terms of the amount of word counts that they get. What do you guys think? I don't know. Call in, let me know. And yes, Wootsteeg, amazing. I love the English breakfast tea. See, I don't really drink dark teas, but I believe you. I'm sure that it's delicious. I buy it in every time I'm in London. Love that for you. Yeah, I only like fruity or herbal teas. Would Project Alien be in the same universe as Space Princess Project? Maybe theoretically. Yes and no. Like, it could technically be like before, but it doesn't take place in my head with the whole royalty system and everything that I've installed for Space Princess Project. And I don't want to bring that into the mix because that makes it into like a political thriller as well as a romance adventure plot. And that is why Space Princess, I think, is like 120,000 words. This is not the plan. This needs to be a standalone. It could be in the same universe, but it would then be like before the people from Earth to decide to go on their merry way to colonize a lot of planets. I don't know. How far are you into The Expanse now? I just now remember you asked if I'd read the book. So I never finished watching it. I watched season 1 ages ago, and then season 2, and then I rewatched season 1, and that's it. So I've never watched further than season 2. But that was like when it came out. So I watched it twice. I watched it again way after it came out, but I just haven't rewatched it in a while. And I do enjoy it, but the problem was that it's not a peaceful show, obviously. And when I was watching it, I was stressed by work, so I obviously had to stop watching new things. I'm still rewatching Grey's Anatomy. What can I say? I love multi POV. That's my fave. Yes, I know, but it requires more work than I'm willing to put into this project, if that makes sense. Not that I don't believe in this project, but I'm just thinking of it as a smaller, shorter project. You could just write it solo POV and maybe in a different draft, add him if he's necessary. Yeah. Or yeah, I could do like the unbalanced dual POV. I do see like a lot of romance books doing that, where you have one main POV and then a secondary, less present POV. I don't know. I don't know if people hate that or not. Hi, Leah. How are you? How's it going? Not big into herbal teas, but I love a fruity momnet. Yeah. Yes, this is just... I know it doesn't look super clear because I've got my transparent mug. But I do like a lemony tea in the evening. And I figured since I was ill recently, I might as well have something that's healthy, ginger and lemon. Love tea in general. My favorites is Genmaisha. It's with puffed rice. I've never heard of that. I hope I pronounced that right. Hi, JC. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I skipped. There we go. I love tea in general. My favorite is gossip. I had a moment where my brain was like, oh my God, there's a Fortnum & Mason tea called Gossip. Please tell me more. But no, you just mean actual gossip. Okay, yeah, fair. Differ worth watching. Yes. But I did wonder if you'd read the books because I'd quite like to read the books. And I feel like books require less brain power from me in the sense of, no, that's not true. They require more brain power. But I mean, I don't need to not be stressed to read. I need to not be stressed to watch a new TV show. I don't know if that makes sense. This is how my weird brain functions. Like, I just feel like I could pick up the book anytime and I can close it anytime. Well, if I'm watching, I feel a lot more like I'm a hostage to the situation and I have less control over it. So I don't enjoy watching brand new shows where I don't know what's going to happen if I'm being stressed by things. And that's why, like, for instance, I'm currently... work has been busy. So I had a little bit of stressful couple of weeks. Now they're easier, but I still have, a slight... I'm thinking about it, if that makes sense. So I've been watching Reacher because Reacher is a no stress TV show because you just know he's going to be fine. He's super fucking big. He's going to be fine. And I've been watching High Potential because it's a formulaic TV show where every episode has a new murder. So I find that easy to watch and not stressful. But The Expanse, I'm more stressed because I start caring about the characters and what's going to happen to them. I don't know if that makes sense. Big space, choose space, love space. Yes, Meredith Grey. I say write in the way you're most comfortable with at first, if it's a single POV, and then when you reread it, you will know if it needs that second POV. Yeah, I think you're right. I need to do more like test runs. Like I feel like a lot of people say, I've seen more and more people saying I wrote 36,000 words or whatever in the wrong tense or the wrong POV. And then it's like, do I continue and use the momentum, or do I go and rewrite everything like and change it all to be the correct tense that I now know is the correct one? So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do after I'm done with the outline is do a couple of test scenes and just write them, let it flow, and then maybe try a different one in a different POV/tense or something, and then see what works best, maybe. Hi, Stu, how are you? Some hellos. Books require less. Yeah, I tried to explain what I meant, sorry. Are the two leads together a lot of the time in the story? Yes. The more they're together, I feel like I need the other POV less. If they're apart a lot, I think it can maybe be more justified. I think it's going to be very contained, and I think they're going to be together most of the time. Because it's essentially going to start pretty much when my main character Themis rejoins the crew of the previous mission, and Axel has already been hired as a security consultant for that crew. So we'll get potentially, or at least that's how I'm seeing it now. I might change my mind after, and I might do what I did for The Art of Summoning Demons, where I'm adding a scene that happens before that. In the end, I don't know, but I kind of feel like I wanted to start pretty much hit the ground running, and I want them to immediately be like, all right, we're going to go on this mission, we need to prepare, blah blah. So they'll stick together as the entire crew from the start. But then obviously there's going to be passages where not everyone, like people are teamed up or whatever, they're not always going to be next to one another nonstop, but also keeping in mind that it's sort of like an alien movie where you have a crew on a ship that goes to a planet to solve a problem, then realizes the problem is zombies, and they're like, fuck that. Like that kind of concept. You tend to have people in close quarters for a long time, and that's what I want. So that's the plan. The manuscript that I have to start editing soon, says JC. I wrote the first draft as a single POV, but when I read it over, I realized I was missing the second POV, and rewrote the second draft with dual POV. Ooh, yeah, to be fair, like maybe in revisions when you feel like this is the correct way to go. True. Yes, yeah, more justified to have it. Yeah, I gotcha. But with the TV show, you get to look at Amos, and he's so pretty. It's painful to watch. I'm not really into Amos. I'm sorry. He's not doing it for me, at least in season 1 and 2. Love Reacher. I do love watching Reacher. I am into Reacher. I love High Potential too. We're watching the same shows. Oh my god, Becca, we're gonna have so many shows to talk about when you come to the UK again. So Reacher is so silly. Yes, I really like this season. So I'm at episode 5. No, am I at episode 5? I don't want to say any spoilers, so I'm worried about saying where I'm at. I'm at the episode where he becomes the number 2. Don't know if that rings a bell. I haven't read the book. It's based off a million years ago. Yeah, my dad has all the books. And I think my brothers read them as well. But they feel like I tried to read like a passage or two from one. I'm like, this is like bad, but as in like fun and good bad. But it's essentially what men think of when they tell women we're reading trash fiction, because it's like, chick lit, right? And it's the equivalent but for men. And I feel like they just don't admit that that exists for them, but that is the equivalent of chick lit for guys. That's how it felt to me when I tried to read. I keep meaning to watch High Potential. I'm enjoying it. It's very, no worries, easy to watch. Oh my god, guys, so many comments. I need to get us into a sprint. Hi Miley, how you doing? How's it going? As you can see, we still haven't started a sprint. It's my bad. I need to be faster. I've been watching Bones lately. Yes. Season 5 now. I've been enjoying it a lot. Yeah, that might be my next rewatch, to be fair. I do enjoy rewatching Bones. The expense did look very stressful. Yes, but it's so good. It's so good. High Potential is so fun. I hate the cliffhanger that left season one on with my family, and I love it. See, I don't know what cliffhanger you're talking about yet because I'm getting the Disney Plus version in the UK, and we're half a season late. So they're like, feeding them to us one by one every Thursday. So there's a new episode that came out today that I haven't watched yet, but I don't think it's the last one of season one yet. Some hellos. I've been rewatching Ink Master because it feels creatively stimulating, but it's also a silly reality show. I do love silly reality shows. Becca says, my sister got me into The Good Wife. See, I keep seeing snippets of this on TikTok and it's making me want to watch it. I've never wanted to watch it before, but now I'm like, oh, maybe. Yeah, and some love for that show. Some more chats. Love Booth and Bones together. The chemistry worthy of a lesson. Yeah, but I will forever be angry that they skip the part where they do get together. Like, I'll always be angry about that. Always. I was like, you made us wait this long, and then you skipped through it. Assholes. I'm still angry, as you can tell. Devastated, but more for me. Dude lit. Yeah, that's such a good. Yeah, yes, let's go with Dude lit. I love it. Oh yes, rewatch Charmed. I did a rewatch of some of the seasons, but not everything a little while ago. So I'm like, I've stopped in the middle so I could continue my rewatch. I do love Charmed so much. An episode on a recent plane flight, and I've been craving the vibes of Charmed. It's so good. All right, I think I've reached all of the comments. We're gonna go into a sprint. So if my channel disappears one day, it'll be because of Flocus. But in the meantime, I did, one, email them to ask, can I use your videos, like in a more diplomatic way? And two, I have been putting their app credited in the description for my live stream now. So I'm still going to be using Flocus because I really like it. So yeah. Let me set it up. We're gonna I need to actually share my screen. That would be a good start. Share screen, Flocus, share. And I think I'll make it slightly shorter because we've been chatting for a while. So I'm just going to make it, where am I? Clock? No, focus timer. Yes. I'm going to make it 40 minutes. Let's refresh. Let's make it 40 minutes. And when we come back, let me know what you guys are working on if you haven't yet. It would be nice to know. And hopefully 40 minutes is a good amount of time for everyone to get some productivity in. So yeah, let's go. Hello again. So let me just stop sharing my screen. How did you guys do? Was that sprint okay? Did you manage to get a lot done? What were the tasks you guys were doing? I have managed to do so much more than I thought I would, because I was like, oh, I need to get my brain back into this outline. And last time I was really struggling. I was sort of stuck on the weapon that I want my main character to bring with her to get rid of this alien life form. And then I sort of figured it out, like sort of halfway through, figured it out when I was ill, but something wasn't quite working. And now I feel like I've got it. Now I feel like I've settled on what. And then I also figured what I actually want my opening image and set up scenes to be, or at least some parts of it. I didn't really have, like, I sort of thought initially that I was going to do what I said earlier, which was it starts with Themis joining the crew and going immediately on the adventure. But actually, I do like the idea of Act One sort of building up this catalyst, where like the catalyst is the email that her junior sends Themis saying like, these people are still alive, there's a chance we can retrieve them, come and help us, type of thing. And I kind of don't want that to be in the past, because I'm scared of doing what I did with The Art of Summoning Demons, which was having so many flashbacks to flashbacks to flashbacks, and like everything is like Inception of flashbacks scenes, sort of How I Met Your Mother vibes. To the point that I was like, I actually need to write these scenes and then rewrite them afterwards, and then be like, this is a prologue, fuck. So I don't want to do that. So I do want to write things in the order they're in for now, maybe do the other way around if needed later on. So I've got a few things down. I'm going to share very briefly what I think my opening image is. It's very movie-like, and to be fair, this entire Project Alien is inspired by a movie franchise, so I feel like that makes sense. I'm kind of picturing this. Themis is piloting a space shuttle down to retrieve some space explorers, 2 space explorers on some planet. They have a third member that is lying dead nearby, and sort of like as they fly above ground and away from the site of whatever happened, they fly over his body, and she realizes it's the security consultant that they hired. They're begging her to retrieve some item, haven't decided what yet, either like a substance or like item, whatever, from the planet, and to go back down. And she writes up very quickly a new version of her contract with them, saying, well, the risks have just gone up by 50%, so I'm asking for a 50% raise on my price, on the money that you owe me for me to do this. They end up refusing, and she flies away. And so I kind of wanted to establish like, this is who she is as a character, as like, she might go with the risks, but only if, you know, the payment is appropriate. But also it's sort of a deterrent. Like, she knows they're not going to say yes to that, and she doesn't want them to put everyone in danger, including herself. So that's how she deals with it. But she's also living that life as a consultant for like space exploration for non-military crews. And obviously I'm gonna have like a moment that sort of establishes that it's because she lost her job as part of Vortex Pharmaceuticals. So anyway, that's kind of the initial image I'm kind of picturing. I do want it to be like a bit actiony, like maybe this is a little bit more in a danger type of setup. I haven't decided how to do that yet. And I am initially a discovery writer, so I feel like I'm gonna be doing my outline like this, but then as I write, the words are going to flow differently. So that's the plan. That's the plan. I don't know if that will work, but that is the initial idea, and I'm happy with it for now. So that's what we're going to do. I have missed so many comments, so let me catch up to everything. I feel like there were a few comments about the TV shows we were talking about earlier on. I stopped around somewhere after Dudelet, and we talked about Charmed. Yes, and then Katie agreed with me about Bones. I'm also angry about that. I knew she was preggo, but like, give us what we've been waiting for so long. Yes, we wanted the scene where they get together. And yes, JC might cry when she sees Prue again. That's fair, especially since the actress is gone now. That is really sad. Oh yeah, this is what we're talking about, Shannon Doherty being gone. We have to work now. Yes, we did work. Hope you managed. Steek said the previous 6 seasons was the build up. I do wish we could have seen the actual getting together part. Yes, it was the build up, but I didn't want the build up. I wanted the actual moment that they finally get together. That was the reward for the build up, you know? We got a Marta. Hello. How are you? And we've got Antonisha. Hello. I don't know if I know you. Have you been here before? Have you been lurking before? Welcome if it's your first time. And if not, sorry. Maybe I have forgotten. And I apologize if that is the case. Marta says, I'm not writing today. However, I'm working on writing adjacent tasks. I feel like that's productivity. That is being productive. Even if it's not actual writing, it's adjacent. Antonisha says, I'm doing final line edits and formatting my book. Woo, that will hopefully be published next month. Amazing. Congratulations. So what are you, I'm assuming you're saying self-publishing. And what is your book about? Tell us. Hello, Keiko. Just got off work. Nice. Hello, B. How's it going? Hope the stream just started. It did just start when you commented, maybe. It was a 40-minute sprint, to be fair. So I don't know what time this was at and where we were at. Hi, Anna, from your afterwork stomp. Hello, how's it going? How's your stomp going? Does it feel good? Did you need the stomp? Was work sucky or was it okay? Steve says didn't write, but did spend the time coming up with April Adventures event with Katie and Grave. Oh my god, guys, that's exciting. Trouble Mixers might be cooking up something for April. I guess calling it April Adventure like I suggested, because I am so happy if you are, because I feel like that is very cute. And also, what kind of events? I want to know. And will there be streaming? And if yes, are other people invited to stream as well and do stuff? Or is it more like sort of like make chaos reign vibes where it's more like prompts and stuff? Anyway, let us know. Antonisha says, I jumped in mid-stream, but I was able to line edit and format 1.5 chapters of nonfiction, about 3,500 or so. That is so much. Really good job. Really, really productive. Becca says, working on an outline for a new screenplay while I wait for my 2 CPs read my current screenplay. This is so exciting. I feel the need to work on something else as well when you're like waiting, because you can't just do nothing. Otherwise, you just think about it the whole time. Keiko says it's getting on all our nerves. Marta says, I emptied my SD card and packed all my camera gear, laptop charger, and electronicsy bits. Nice. Good job. JT says, I'm better reading, so I got a couple of chapters read. Nice. Are you going on a retreat? No, I think... is this for travel that you're saying? Packed up all my camera? Yeah, okay. Obsessed with Project Alien already. Can't wait to get my hands on it. Yes, one day. There isn't even a single scene written. It's just outlining stage at the moment. Slightly impromptu weekend writing retreat. Oh, exciting. You'll have to tell us more. JC's another new project sounds more and more interesting the more I hear about it. Thank you, Anna. I'm excited to. I feel like I'm getting excited by this project also because I'm sharing so much about it, and this is different. And I feel like this is the only project I'm gonna really do this with, but I want to be super transparent with it. The only restriction I have is time, and I feel like sometimes when I'm filming myself talking about it, I'm like, this is way too much footage and I need to reduce it down, so I can't actually share everything. Made some dinner for the kiddos and refined some scenes. Nice. Miles says, I'm catching up on YouTube subscriptions. Very nice. Just found you recently from watching Emma Bennett's channel. Oh, nice. That's lovely. I'm so happy. Some love for each other. So exciting. Yes, self-pub. This was supposed to be a 4-week Bible study that turned into a full-length Christian living book. Oh, interesting. 4-week Bible study. Okay, cool. Katie says definitely streams and also maybe a new way of tracking words projects and such rather than our usual spreadsheets. Interesting. Color me intrigued. Okay, I'm very excited for that. Leah says, I ate some tacos and had a call with my dad. Sorry, I just had a moment where my brain glitched because the timer went off. Let me pause it because it's starting again. Sorry, I hope that sound wasn't blocking what I was saying. Sorry, I read that, Leah, and like as a French speaker, the is like, yeah, I would say that. Do English speakers do that as well to say I'm back? Or is that just us? And can everyone else in the chat, all the English speakers in the chat, do you know what the is, like RE at the beginning? Would you ever use that? Or is that just a French speaker thing to say? That literally means like, I'm back. Like, I feel like it's just a French speaker thing. Where does it come from? I just know that we use. Anyway, Katie, are you considering track bear? What is track bear? Color me intrigued. No, we do not do that. I was trying to figure out what that was about. Okay, no, yeah. I kind of thought maybe it wasn't, but I immediately clocked it because I was like, yeah. It was like I used to say this all the time, and I don't anymore because I'm only speaking with English speakers online now. It's going to be cutthroat. We're all vying for honor and glory. Wait a minute, but what if we don't want it to be cutthroat? Is it like, can we just do slight challenges, not big ones? Can we do parts of things and not everything? I just don't know what you guys are planning. I'm excited for it, but I also know that April is going to be busy work-wise. So I'm kind of like of two minds about what I might be able to do and what I can't. Did not know it was a thing. Okay, Duolingo has not told me that. It's like more like a internet slang thing, I think. Interpreted it as like an email meaning reply. I was trying to figure out what it was in response to. As in reference to would probably be what I thought. Okay, interesting. Sorry, this has become a linguistic experimentation zone, I guess. I don't know, I only use it as replying, like something mentioned, here are my thoughts. It's like, because in French, I guess does it come from like repeats or something? Where does it come from? I'm just curious. I can't remember because I just feel like to me, it's like, I'm there again. I'm there, and that's how you would say that. Je suis là. I'm bonjour. Yeah. Yes. We say bonjour, as in like bonjour, hello, bonjour again. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like I'm just going crazy trying to explain this in a dual language thing to language speakers in the chat. So I'm going to stop because I don't know if this makes any sense and if my brain is making any sense with it. TrackBear is a project tracking website run by the hubby of a writer. You get little graphs and stuff. Oh, I'm so curious. TrackBear. I am Googling it. Let me. Yeah. Is this it? Welcome to TrackBear. Track your work your way, chapters, pages, scenes, lines, or time. Interesting. Stay on target. Build writing habits. Okay, so you've got like little goals, and when you hit your goal, little graphs. Okay. No funny business. Dashboard. Spring challenge. Okay, interesting. I might have more of a look. That sounds fun. Yes, Katie's version makes more sense than mine, but I need cutthroat. Sorry about the linguistic mishap. You're fine. I was just really curious. Well, yes. See, Leah, we're teaching people new French expressions. You can set your own goals for the month. Okay, cool. I'm excited. Because like, not that I want to refer to Nano for everything, but Camp Nano was sort of the idea of, it is not Nano. You're meant to be able to set up your own goals, and they can be smaller than Nano, or they can be completely different from word counts. This is interesting. Again, Duolingo has not told me this. Hello again. Teaches all the French. I need to get you to reteach me French. See, like the in reteach. That's what that means. It makes sense. I might steal it. Just started using Trackbear. Nice. Exciting. That looks really cute, actually. I really like things that are aesthetic. So when something is pleasing to the eye, I'm gonna love it. Obviously, as a graphic designer by day, it's, you know, and the graphs look very nice. I like the graphs. They look cool. I'm setting up my trackpad now because I use Scrivener on desktop and my iPad, and it doesn't properly track my writing history and word count when switching between the two devices. Interesting. I think you can do a competitive mode in trackpad as well. There is a leaderboard. I haven't used it yet. Cool. The leaderboards are so much fun. I'm in a couple different ones. See, you know, like the Duolingo thing, where there's a leaderboard on Duolingo, is the sole reason why I don't use Duolingo anymore, because I become extremely competitive, which is ridiculous because I'm not learning. I'm just trying to get back in the leaderboard instead of doing the language stuff. And so it's detrimental for me. Like, it's too much and I become too much with it. So I can't do that. So that's why I try to avoid anything competitive, because I end up focusing on the wrong things. So yeah, but that's my problem. That's a me problem. Gecko says, I'm doing Sarah Cannon's rough draft challenge for April, still debating on what project. Interesting. I need to watch the videos about that because I don't know what that is. Obviously, it sounds pretty self-explanatory with the title, but still. When something is pleasing to the eye, I'm going to love it. Yes. How graphic designer of me. It's my day job. What do you want? You get to set your own goals on the leaderboard and you can edit them later if your goal changes. That's very good. That is quite nice. I was thinking about the Duolingo leaderboard thing too. Yeah, I feel like it would make my writing worse if I got too competitive. Yeah, that's a problem for me. I definitely have an issue with that. Some people have like 10 scenes as a goal. Well, I have 10K words. Okay, so it's more like, how are you doing with your own personal challenge against other people with their own personal challenge? Interesting. All right, I think we're going to get into our second sprint, which is going to be another 40 minutes. Let me get back in there. Should we change the landscape? How do we feel? I feel like it's nighttime here, so it's hard to, like, this is so morning. Like, this is such a morning landscape. Is there anything else that I don't have to pay for? Oh, I do love the cafe. I like the cafe. Let's do the cafe. I think it's cute. All right, let me see the last comments and then we're going to jump straight into it. Yes, exactly. Very much that. I'm off to bed. Okay, good night, Steek. Sleepy, sleepy. No, righty, righty. Fair enough. Nighty, nighty. Sleep well. Leah's working on a gothic novella. Exciting. Love that. Stu's off to cook dinner. Bye. Enjoy your food. Night Steeg, night Steeg, and night Steeg. All right, let us jump into this next sprint. I'm just finishing typing one thing. I'm so sorry. I have to finish this. Okay. Sorry about that. How was that second sprint for you guys? Did you manage to get through whatever you wanted to do? That sprint was pretty good for me. I feel like 40 minutes goes by so freaking quickly. It's crazy. It should be a really long time. And yet it feels so short when I get to the end of it. I'm always like, oh shit, I need to type this. I need to quickly finish what I was writing. I now have a full outline of a beat sheet for Act 1. I have a lot of ideas for stating the theme, how to present the catalyst, my setup scenes, etc. I'm sort of iffy on the break into two, and I think I'm still developing that part a little bit so that I can have a cleaner idea of what I want to do for break into two. And I already had filled in previously some ideas for fun and games, B story, and the midpoint, but it's not fully fleshed out, and I think I need more. So I will continue fleshing that out a little bit. And I had one basic idea for one of the scenes in the bad guys close in, but I need a lot more. So I need to fill in my Act 2B because I have pretty much nothing in there. And I have some ideas for the very end towards Act 3, like the Hightower surprise and the executing new plan / final image. I had some ideas, so I've got a tiny bit filled in for Act 3. So essentially, I've got a good first half of the book outlined in terms of the beat sheet, and I need the second half. So I haven't got anything really in Act 2B or in Act 3. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I feel good about this. I feel a lot better than I did last week about some of my choices and decisions, and I'm changing some of the things around, deciding on some new ways to present my character. I feel like I'm getting a better idea of my character as I'm doing this as well, because I had to decide on the setup scenes, and I feel like this is really when I'm sort of presenting what she's going to be like. So yeah. Anyways, how did that go for you guys? There were a lot of good night to Stieg, so I think these were like my last messages I saw. And then Marta went to bed. Good night, Marta. All done packing, going to start heading to bed. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for coming as usual, and some goodbyes for Marta. Leah loves the clickety clicks. Yes. Keiko's getting super tired. That is fair enough. It's 11 p.m. for you. You should go to bed. I get it. And don't worry, I tend to finish around this time. I normally just do 2 hours long streams on Thursdays, because then it's from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. my time. And I feel like that's usually a good time to stop, because then I have like an hour or so to just chill on the couch and watch something. So I might do that. Leah says it took a while to get in the mood, but I managed to write 222 words. I love that, because 222 and 222 are my favorite numbers, because I'm born on the 2nd of February. So I feel like 2 is my number. So the fact that you wrote 222 words is magical. It's beautiful. I love it. Katie says solidified some times for some streams and chitty chatted, and then put some rice on for dog food. So pretty productive. Nice. Is your dog ill, or is that just regular normal diet? Because I feel like I put rice on and chicken when Edgar's been ill and he needs that kind of food. But otherwise, he has regular dog food. So I don't know if this is normal for you or if it's not normal. Anyway, hope the dog is fine. Keiko says, I'll be off. Have fun, y'all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. Miley says, I had a breakthrough about a fundamental world building element for my D&D campaign. So I'm on top of the world right now. Love that for you. Absolutely love that. Antonisha says, finished formatting 2 more chapters and ordered sushi, ramen, and pokeballs. Nice for myself and the boys for dinner. My husband is working late, so we get to have the fun stuff he doesn't love. It's kind of funny. My husband, the same. He doesn't really like sushi and stuff like that. He loves Indian food when it comes to Asian types of takeaways. Obviously, being London born and raised. While I love Thai food and Japanese food, and I feel like we get more really good Thai, Vietnamese, and Japanese food in Belgium, so maybe that's why I like that more. Leah says, almost at 17K. Amazing. You're killing it. JC says, I managed to get another couple of chapters of beta reading done. Nice. Now I'm going to switch over to brainstorming a new project I'm working on. Nice. Becca says, still working on the outline, but made really good progress. Woohoo. Yes, you've got this. Outlining is hard. I don't know if this has always been your process, but I'm finding out. Wendy says, I'm just playing The Sims. Nice. Hope you're enjoying it. I have not kept in touch with like what's going on in terms of their latest releases. So I have no idea what's going on in The Sims world at the moment. It's also 11 p.m. here. Quite tired. That is fair. They aren't ill. We do make rice and chicken for the pups when they're sick, but we make the special wet food for them. Okay. It's cheaper and we know the ingredients. They still get regular kibble. Okay, I gotcha. Our homemade dog food is ground turkey, brown rice, and a ton of like steamed veggies. You get in these cheap steamable pack thingies. It takes like 20 minutes to whip up and it's so much cheaper. That makes sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. Same here. My husband loves Indian, Chinese, but not Japanese and Thai. Me and our 3 boys love everything. Yeah, same. And I do love Indian food as well. But yeah, I like other Asian takeaways and food. And although, to be fair, I would have Thai food in Belgium, not here, because I feel like in London, it isn't as good, just in my own experience. There are some really good restaurants, but not for the takeaways around where I live. So yeah. Anyways, I feel like this was it. My brain is quite tired now. I want to go take my lenses off, get ready for bed slowly, watch some episode of some TV show. I don't know what yet. Probably more Grey's Anatomy. I think I'm finally at the plane crash episode, so I think that's what I'm going to be watching. But I'm feeling really good about my progress, and I might take a minute to vlog about it, or I might reuse this footage. I don't know. For my future vlog. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day. Let me stop the timer before it rings again. There we go. Thank you guys for coming and joining me. I enjoy doing these streams so much. And actually, I filmed an entire Let's Chat video where I talk a little bit about how I find YouTube so useful as a writer. I mean, I talk about a lot more than that, but that is one part of it. So yeah. Yes, the plane crash episode. Yeah, I'm ready. Although I feel like I've seen it enough times that I don't cry anymore at it because I'm like, I know what happens. But yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys for joining me. It was super productive for me. So I feel like doing the stream and hosting it is really helpful for me. On that note, as usual, it's going to be a cold ending because I still don't have an outro. So end stream, and